The Book of 2 Chronicles is a theological history of the southern kingdom of Judah, focusing on the reign of its kings from Solomon to the Babylonian exile. It emphasizes proper worship and the importance of God's temple in Jerusalem, showing how obedience led to blessings and disobedience led to consequences. Written after the exile, the book aims to encourage the Jewish community by highlighting their spiritual heritage and God's continued faithfulness, with its main focus on the line of David and the centrality of worship. Key aspects of 2 Chronicles: historical and theological focus. The book recounts the history of the kings of Judah, focusing on their faithfulness to God and the temple. It omits the history of the northern kingdom of Israel because of its idolatry. Solomon's reign. It begins with Solomon's reign, his request for wisdom, and the construction and dedication of the first temple in Jerusalem. Division and decline. The narrative covers the division of the United Kingdom after Solomon's death and the subsequent decline of Judah, highlighting how rulers' actions impacted the nation. Emphasis on worship. The book places a strong emphasis on correct temple worship, religious reforms, and the importance of obedience to God's law. Post-exilic context. It was written for the Jewish community that had returned from exile in Babylon to help them understand their history and encourage them to remain faithful to God, reminding them that His plan was not affected by their exile. Legacy and hope. By focusing on the successes of faithful kings and the consequences for disobedient ones, the book provides a model for the post-exilic community and offers a message of hope, showing God's continuing covenant faithfulness despite past failures. Summary of content. 2 Chronicles is structured into 3 main sections. Solomon's reign, chapters 1-9. This section focuses on the height of Israel's glory, wisdom, and wealth under King Solomon, with an extensive account of the building and dedication of the first temple. The divided monarchy, chapters 10-28. After Solomon's death, the kingdom is split into the northern kingdom of Israel and the southern kingdom of Judah. The narrative almost exclusively follows the kings of Judah, mentioning the northern kingdom only when their histories intersect. Hezekiah to the exile and return, chapters 29-36. The final section covers the reigns of later kings, highlighting major spiritual reforms under Hezekiah and Josiah. It concludes with the Babylonian conquest, the destruction of Jerusalem and the temple, the exile of the people, and finally, the decree of King Cyrus of Persia, allowing the Jews to return and rebuild. Historical context, written around 450 to 425 BC. After the Jewish people had returned from exile, 2 Chronicles served as a spiritual guide for a community struggling to re-establish its identity and faith. The author, traditionally attributed to Ezra the scribe, used past history to provide hope for the future, reminding the people of their heritage and God's enduring promises, while urging them to live faithfully. Read full book for deeper understanding. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. One love.